What's up everybody, Rebel here, and we had a new Nintendo Direct, and instead of doing a reaction video like everybody else, I just jotted a couple of notes down, because a reaction video would probably take a kind of a long time to do, so I just kind of wanted to summarize everything and kind of just throw my thoughts in there a little bit, sprinkle some thoughts in, a little notes on my reactions. So let's get right into it. But first, for any of my regular watchers, regular subscribers, you might notice it's been a little over a week since a video. I did have one recorded and I was in the editing process talking about the dragons in Spyro the Dragon, but I just didn't really like it. I didn't really like what I had recorded, so I'm kind of just ready to move on to the Spyro 2 retrospective, which I already have written and segmented. I just need to record and then begin the editing process, so I might just do that instead, in case you were wondering. So let's get into the Nintendo Direct. First up, we're starting with a new Smash player, who was my thought. I guess it's Pyra and Mythra from, I had no idea what series, but I was kind of guessing Xenoblade because of the art style kind of looked like that, and the big swords, because, you know, new anime style sword fighters is always the most likely thing going to be added when Masahiro Sakurai is leading the ship over there. But hey, I can't complain. I do kind of like the sword fighters myself. Yeah, a lot of people were hoping for Crash, I know, because I follow some Crash people on Twitter, so they were kind of really hoping for that. So I was kind of like, of course it wasn't that. Would have been nice though. Fall Guys is coming to the Switch, and I have to say, this is the first time I have ever actually seen gameplay of the game. Yeah, Outer Wilds. Now this one I would always get confused with Outer Worlds. Not get confused, but I thought people were just saying the wrong game. I was like, no, it's Outer Worlds. But no, it actually seems kind of cool. And it would be a good Switch title too, except for if it ends up being cheaper on PlayStation 4, then it might just be more worth it for me to get it there. But it's nice that it is on the Switch if that were someone's only console, because this game kind of looks interesting. And what else do we got? Famicom Detective Club. You know, I think I'd rather just read like a good book or something. Yeah. Samurai Warriors 5. Never heard of this series before. I know. Shame on me, probably, unless you haven't heard of it either and you're like, hey, I'm on the same boat. I don't know. A little too hack and slashy for me, though. We got Legend of Mana. Neat. That's neat. I had a friend in high school who would always talk highly of the game. Never really thought it was for me, though, but it does look neat. And what else do we got? Monster Hunter Rise. Haven't played a Monster Hunter game yet, just haven't had the time, always wanting to play something else more than it. So this one, I mean, there's probably just other stuff I'm going to want to play more than it, which leads us to the first game that I actually really am excited for, a new Mario Golf. I know, but I actually do golf. I love golf. I think it's amazing. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. And I've always kind of, you know, I never really cared for Tiger Woods games on anything except the Wii, because of the motion controls, and this one's going to have motion controls, so that's pretty cool. And I guess a story mode, and I guess a 1v4, 1v3, a PvP, 1v all, 4-player golf where you run to catch up to your ball, and that seems pretty interesting. I don't know if that's what I'll end up playing, but maybe the story mode, that's always pretty cool. I wonder what the courses are going to be like. I'll probably have to see the courses and be like, you know, but I mean, still, it's Super Mario Golf. It looks pretty cool. But like I said, I just like golf. Then we got Tales from the Borderlands, I believe. And I have played this a long time ago because I think it was probably free on PSN, or it was on sale for like $5 or under. And I was like, okay. it gave me a night or two of entertainment, and I was laughing during the story. There's this one part in it, it's not really going to be spoilers, I guess, but there's this one part with a big finger gun fight where they're just, and it's hilarious, and I was just like, what is even going on? It's pretty funny. But on the Switch, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like $20, and I don't think it would be worth that. Maybe it's like 15, which, you know, maybe 10 would be acceptable. I'd say 5 or free would probably be best. Then we have blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I'm sorry if I'm skipping over something you are super interested in here. Travis Touchdown 3, I think it was. I didn't write a number after it, but I know it's not the first one. And blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Animal Crossing update is coming, and while I haven't touched the game since last year sometime in fall, I gotta say, they're bringing Mario items for Mario's 35th birthday, I think, anniversary. It's not really an anniversary, it's more like a birthday, because it's like the anniversary of his creation. It's a birthday, come on. Mario's only 35. Think about that. Only a tiny bit older than me. Mario items are coming to Animal Crossing, which is neat and nifty, but the warp pipes. Functioning warp pipes. You put 2 warp pipes down on your island and you hop into one, and then you pop up on the other side. That to me is awesome. You could totally encase one in cliffs and have it inaccessible except through a warp pipe. That to me is awesome. Oh wow, I almost want to boot the game up just for that, but I have I'll probably watch a YouTube video or look it up on Google or something and see if it says if the Mario items will be there permanently, because if so, then it's just next time I play the game, whenever that'll be, maybe I'll start a new island in a year or two, I don't even know. Project Triangle Strategy, working title. God, I hope so. Project Triangle Strategy. Yeah, that does not roll off the tongue, but it's not a tongue twister either. You know, Project Triangle Strategy, PTSD. Because of the demo. It's the demo. There's a demo, so it's PTSD. Awesome. That is awesome. I don't know if that's intentional. PTSD. I am just now noticing that too. This is reaction. It's a reaction to something, not the thing, but the PTSD. It looks a little slow for me, but it is a free demo, so what if I got to lose, you know? I can make a video on it. Okay, and then we're finishing up. We have blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, and then not Fortnite. Hey, it looked like Fortnite. Hades is getting a physical edition, which is cool. I have not played the game yet, but it was nominated for Game of the Year, and it won Indie Game of the Year, which it definitely, I mean, compared to everything else that was on that list, and compared to what I've heard of this game and what I've seen, just a little bit of seen. I haven't watched too much because it does look pretty cool. So a physical version, so I can have a box and hold the box up and be like, hey guys, look, I have a piece of plastic. Love those pieces of plastic. And I'm not even joking, I love them. Hades physical version, tight. Ninja Gaiden collection. Right on. And then what I think is the highlight, what I think everyone thinks is the highlight, Skyward Sword is coming to the Switch. That is awesome. Motion controls. Right when they showed it, I was like, oh, I saw the clouds. I was like, oh, Skyward Sword, and then I saw the birds, and I was like, yep, Skyward Sword. And then I was like, is this really the game everyone wanted? And I was like, motion controls. They're utilizing the motion controls, and that is what the Switch is capable of. So they might as well use it to its full potential and do the game that had not good motion controls. And that was even with the the Wii Motion Plus, which I think was required for the game, and I have been looking for it today, my gold Wiimote, but I can't find my gold Wiimote. But trust, I do have the gold Wiimote from the collector's edition that came with the soundtrack on CD, and the main Skyward Sword theme song is like one of the songs backwards. I can't even remember, but it's so cool. I do really love Skyward Sword. I do really think I love almost all Zelda games, honestly. Motion controls or buttons. So if you're playing in handheld, no motion controls. Buttons for everything. The right stick controls the sword. That to me is awesome. Yeah, and then it ends with Splatoon 3. I'm pretty sure Zelda was the stronger thing. I'm pretty sure Zelda was the ender, and you should have ended on that and put Splatoon 3 before it. That was an odd choice. Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe people are like a new Splatoon over a $60 Skyward Sword remaster, and controller update. Maybe that might be the case. Me, however, Skyward Sword is going on my must-cop list, while Mario Golf is going to go on my if I have enough spare funds and I'm just, and nothing else is really out, and I'm like, you know what, I'm hearing some good things, I'll check out Mario Golf. It does look awesome. But once again, that is because I love golf, so I don't know what you take from that, what you will. Skyward Sword on the Switch, though. Wow. I do think Skyward Sword was a little hand-holdy, I'm gonna say. I really felt like it was like, oh, dude, like it. I don't need to explain what hand-holdy is. The game is a little bit hand-holdy. I like Wind Waker a lot, and I thought Twilight Princess was very, very, very good. Great. And Skyward Sword, I really, really liked. Those aren't really good ranking metrics, but Skyward Sword is ending up, you know, at the bottom of those three, but I do enjoy it more than, let's say, like Majora's Mask. I don't know where I'm gonna go with this. It's hard to not like Zelda games. They're awesome. They're great. They have a fun story. They use the same setting to a certain extent, and when you have something like everything filled with water or them living above the clouds, you're kind of like, how does this all fit together? But it's not supposed to, but people have made it because people are crazy. The Zelda paradox, repetition, universe, timeline, I don't know. Motion controls or buttons. Skyward Sword, man. Stoked. And that's all. That's it. That's basically it. So basically the takeaway there, Mario Golf, cool. Skyward Sword, hell yeah. And you know, Animal Crossing update. But if you're into these sorts of games, a lot of things are just re-releases onto, or I guess ports onto the Switch. So that's cool. Project Triangle Strategy demo. I'm gonna have to check that out, and I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on that Hades physical version, because I would love to get the box, and it comes with a cool little booklet in there, which would be nice to actually open a brand new Switch game in the Switch box and actually have some piece of paper that goes inside of the thing, because you know, they never have one, and it's like, why do you even put the little tabs to hold stuff? I don't have a pamphlet this size that I could just store in here, and why would I do that anyway? So Skyward Sword. And that's gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Please drop that like if you enjoyed. If you feel like I kind of hit the nail on the head with this Nintendo Direct, feel free to like. Feel free to comment below how wrong I am about something, and I skipped over your favorite 8 or 16-bit nostalgic obscure RPG. Yeah, hipster. And until next time, peace.